In this lesson, you're going to learn how to open and display a document in different views. From this blank document, I now want to open an existing document. In order to do this, I'm going to click on File and select Open. At the top, you will see that there's something called Recent. This contains a list of my recently used files. So you could, if you've just been using it, for example, you would be able to access it from here without having to browse for it at the bottom. Also, something to mention, if I rest my mouse on this particular file, for example, you'll see there's a little pin. If I click on this pin, if I'm going to be using this document often, I can pin it to the recently used list, which means whenever I go to recent, it will always be there. So if I click there on that pin, it will now pin it. And you can see the pin has changed. If you click again, it will unpin it. If it is not in the recently used list, we will select Browse. And here you need to find the folder in which this document is situated. In my case, I'm going to click on Documents. And I know that I'm looking for a folder called Word Training. Double click. And in there will be the training files that I'm looking for. And I could either click once on it and select Open, or double click in order to open the file. To display this, as in a previous lesson, in different views, in the bottom, I'm going to go into Read mode. This is full screen view, which makes it easier to read, almost like a book, a very long document. If I go up to the top there, I can auto hide the reading bar even, and that hides the bar at the top. Now let's return back to our normal view, which we refer to as our print view. And this displays it exactly how it's going to print it, and it's what we work in print layout for most of the time, for just generally creating documents, etc. And our last view would be our web layout view, which will display in an HTML type environment, in other words, for display on a web page. Let's go back to our print layout.